Sean McGarry coming to you live from Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the music salon where great things happen. Hope everyone's doing well. Man, what a great weekend it's been. Last weekend I had Guthrie Trapp in town for my deep dive workshop, and that went really good. Let me move this microphone a little closer, make sure we're picking up here. Man, I just got done teaching 10 hours, and I am fried. Whatever I just played there at the beginning was not that great. I'm just brain dead right now. But I want to jump on here because I was last couple lessons I was teaching at work, and I'm kind of in a role right now with double stops and cage and stuff like that. So I did want to jump on here and talk about that. But once again, man, it was a great weekend. I had Guthrie Trapp in town, and I'm going to be doing some videos on that, sharing some cool experiences and some of the jam sessions. And that was really cool. So thank you to everybody who supported that. Thank you to Guthrie, the attendees, to Dario for sponsoring it and giving us some stuff. And it was great. We're going to do it again. Hopefully in another city this year, and definitely in Cincinnati again. And a couple quick reminders. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We're coming up on almost 14,000, so that would be great if you guys could hit that subscribe button. Got my Patreon page. It's up and running. That's going. So lots of great stuff. Let's get into this lesson. So I was just kind of noodling around, man. Like I said, kind of brain dead there at the beginning. But the idea is like, how do we come up with these little double stop ideas? So, well, first let's find a key or a chord. So I was playing like an A major here. We want to see these chord shapes really. So the double stops to me are really off of, a lot of them are like the major pentatonic and the caged chords. So let's say we start up here, okay? So if I'm in A major, regular old-fashioned A. Well, here's the easiest way to, that I think about that. Take that A shape and move it all the way up. Now watch this. Add this. And now we're inside the cage. So here's A. Slide it up here, and I'm going to tune up again here. And so when you do that shape, right, you just move that finger up. But what happens is now you're inside of the, I should have done that before I started, you're inside of the C shape of the cage. So check this out. So now I take that A chord, slide up here, add these guys on. Well, you're attached to that D-shaped A. You're attached to this. Like now if you think of inside, here's your C shape from the cage. And what's wonderful about this is you've got this shape right here with all these double stops, which I'll show you a couple of these little licks. But then you've also got your minor 6 right there. So you got this built-in kind of beautiful space to jam around in. So here's my A shape, or my C-shaped A and out of the cage. So here I think of all these different things I've got. Here's a little lick I like to play. Right, little arpeggio, but you've got these double stops. You've got from this shape again. It's all from the chord shape. You've got this, a third, that's a third, that's a third, that's a third, okay? Okay, then I'm seeing this. I'm seeing the major pentatonic, and that's where all these little things come into play. Okay, so a couple of these I'll break it down. Again, here's that chord shape. So remember, I started up here and moved that A shape all the way up here, added these guys on. Add the pinky if you want to see the whole cage system. But what I'm doing here is I leave 2 fingers on, and just back up for a second. So a double stop means you're playing 2 strings or 2 notes. So when I play that, I'm playing 9 on the G, 10 on the B, right? So I'm hitting this little partial of the chord, but I'm hammering on just my ring finger on the G string, but I'm also wanting that B string to ring open. And if you don't get that ring, you really don't get the beauty of these double stops. Right, so there's that little And I'll move down, I'll go. And right there I'm thinking, well, I'm really thinking now at that point, out of that major pentatonic position. But also attached to this E-shaped A, so it's all comes from these chords. And that's really where all these those little shapes come from. So let's back up again. So I'm going to, maybe to set the tone, I'm going to play an A chord or an A string. So here's A, right? And I'm going to go. And I'm resolving on an A note, So again, when I resolve up here, I'm thinking of that major pentatonic. And then I can play my E-shaped A right here, which is nice. There's some thirds in there, a little that kind of thing. Okay, some more double stops. So I'll go up to this bar chord here. Look at the shape. Now this is where a lot of the action happens when you hear of when you think of Jimi Hendrix or R&B stuff. So what's happened here is if you look at this F shape, right? Think of an F chord, move it all the way up here. And this is really a great way to think about this. So play your A chord, which is your F shape. Now add the extensions, look at this. There's your A suspended. Just move this pinky across. Now look, it's on the B string. That's an A6. That's an A add 9. So you've got really 4 chords. You got this. Now, if you look at that, you can kind of see, well, okay, I can combine these with these little double stops. So now I'm going to go. So here's that. I'm seeing that 6th, right? So that note right there. So I just do this. There's your resolve. So that's one little, sorry, I'm just, playing a bunch of stuff here, because once you get rolling, there's so many of these little, now watch this. There's the sus chord, right? So the 6th, sus, resolve. And then what I'll do is, this is really cool, I'll do that little lick again. Now I'm going to grab this third right here, the major third, and that right out of the E shape or that A shape. You can see it, and really however your eyes want to see this, what works best for you. I kind of see these things as twofold. So I think of, well, I'm still in the F shape, or I could think of, well, there's my A or my E-shaped A. And by the way, all this is right in that bar chord, and I say it almost every lesson. You got all this information in the bar chords. So let me back up a little farther. I'm going to go. Now I'm going to take that little major third and walk up to my next position of the cage. Look where I landed. Right on top of that first thing I showed you. So all together. Okay, and so there I was just kind of messing around, changing chords, but I just trying to find ways to get together, hook these all together. Let me back up again. So now I'm going to go back this way. So we'll back to this F shape. I'm going to go. Well, now I might go use those thirds to get back down here to this shape, right? So you can always connect shapes with thirds. So again. Stuff like this. Okay, so kind of noodling around a little bit tonight. A little slap happy, but that's all right. Now when I do this, I've connected all these shapes. So let me stop right there, okay? And again, I apologize. I know I'm noodling a little bit tonight, but I just want to show some double stops, that's all. Just some little ideas that you can practice with. So A shape here, F shape, cage C. And all we're doing is connecting with thirds and these little double stops. Here's a great one. So it's a little slide. So you got this. Well, I love this little lick. You slide up. Try that with me. Right? So maybe lay a bass, bass note down. Up. So all together, resolves right on that A, right? And those are all over. So when you find these little pockets, these little cage system chords and these triads, all these little licks are all over. A couple more ideas here. So we'll go back to, you were just kind of vamping on the A, right? Go to that minor 6 right here. So again, here's my A major. Now when I play that minor 6, I got all these licks here. Back down to the A. So again, that's really cool because you're really just moving one finger around if you look at it. If you do this. So here's a great little thing. Play that cage shaped, C shape in the cage. A. Move one finger back. Now another great place to go is to D major inversion, or sorry, E major. So practice this chord progression. A major up here, F sharp minor 7 or F sharp minor. Now look, your first finger's already on the next chords. Here's an E major, right? Bottom of a bar chord. Now watch this. I'm gonna go. You put the major third on top, and and this gets right down to like. Wind Cries Mary, and that's the first time I ever learned that. As a teenager, was that chord. When I'm doing it, and I thought it was the most beautiful sound, and it is. That's, to me, the Wind Cries Mary is one of the greatest guitar pieces ever written. Just that little intro, just beautiful. But that little, that's to me, that'll always be the Hendrix chord. I'm sure he got it from somebody, but it's. Let's back up and make sure we know where that comes from. Here's a bar chord, E major. There's your A shape at the bottom. All we're doing, slide up, put your first finger like you're actually playing an A, a barred A, and you put the major third, right, that A flat on the bottom. So then there's all your riffs right there. And I like it in E because look, you've got that bass note. What I do is just move it back, to D, E, D, right? So, and you can resolve it right back to A. So all together, A major up here, out of the C-shaped cage. E, D, back to A. And you're connecting all this with the major pentatonic. And man, you just want to noodle with this stuff. I mean, try and just make some melodies and music. That's really how you get good at it. Is just kind of just get in there and play around with these chords. And of course, you can learn a million songs. Start with Jimi Hendrix. I mean, that's go right to the source and then learn R&B and stuff like that. But I would just find these chord shapes and then find all these little chords inside the chord. And you can look at it and see. You got sixes, you got thirds. So I'm not gonna get too crazy tonight, but I just wanted, like I said, I just wanted to show some of this because I was I literally just got done teaching from noon to 9. I'm wore out. But I thought, man, I'm still kind of wired a little bit from teaching, and I wanted to just play some of this. So that's a great chord progression coming down, that F sharp minor 7 to E, D, and then back to A. So I hope this helps some of you all out, just some ideas for double stops. And now I'll do a more thorough lesson on it, but those are some basic ideas of how you play double stops and kind of making music out of it. So thanks again for watching, and please hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate everybody's continued support. Hope everyone's doing awesome, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.